Hello, this is Matt Cannon out here in nature, just enjoying the peace and quiet out here. And I want to talk about a person who is a very wise man. He was actually the mentor to Tony Robbins, according to what Tony Robbins says. And his name was Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn. And he said this. He says, "Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills." So let me say that one more time. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. And I think we're in this certain place in life where we're looking around, there's all types of things going on around us. We got the pandemic, we got unemployment is on the rise, we got all types of things happening on around us. And there's this kind of externalization of something outside of us is going to happen to come save the day, and then everything's going to get better. And whatever that something is, it could be your belief system, it could be your political candidate gets elected, or whatever it is, it could be a number of things. All of those things are less about the issue at hand. What you want to do is you want to find yourself in a place where you're not wishing for things to be easier. You're wishing that you would be better, and you're not wishing for less problems, you're wishing for more skills. Once you're better and you have more skills, a lot of the external situations are not going to matter as much. They're just going to kind of be one of those things. And another book I read that I've talked about before by Anthony DeMello, Awareness, he says most people spend all their energy trying to rearrange their exterior world. And that is a very interesting thing. Most people put all their energy into trying to change the exterior world. Now think about that. It doesn't mean we don't want to see the world be better. It doesn't mean that we don't care about what's going on. That's not what I'm trying to say. What it means is you're focusing on things that are outside of what reality is for you. Now, yes, you can make changes. You can do things that will make things better. You can advocate for good policies. You can definitely vote for the person that you think is going to serve your view of the world that you want to see best and most. But in the same breath, you have to recognize that working on your skills and getting better are the two best things that you can do that are actually going to make real change. And the one other thing from Awareness that he talked about, he says, the one who will be in constant happiness must constantly change. And that's from Confucius. And Heraclitus also said there's nothing constant except change. And those change mechanisms of just realizing that as a human you're in a constant state of change is super key. It's super key to understand that. And you have to almost die to your concept of reality that you need to have the outside world adapt to you rather than having you change and adapt to external circumstances that are around you, so that you're a little more capable, a little more able to navigate through the world, navigate in a way where you can actually do good things in spite of what's going on around you. And it's this kind of internal death, if you will, to this viewpoint of that I need things to fit outside of myself to me, versus me inwardly fitting and getting better so that I can attract success, I can bring success in. Because a lot of people think success is about attaining it, but it's more about attracting it. When you attract success, when you get better, when you gain in your skills, you're actually attracting success to come to you. You're attracting opportunities to come to you by doing that. And it's almost like you have to die to this notion that the outside world must kind of bend to my will, and I'm going to do everything in my power to change the external because it's not fair, or this isn't working, and all that. And Anthony DeMello also said, he said, death is resurrection. When you're dying to your old views, it's kind of like a form of resurrection. He says we're always dying to things. We're shedding parts of ourselves to become fully alive. And he brings the analogy where a caterpillar dies to create a butterfly. And that's a powerful thing. When a caterpillar goes into its cocoon and it eventually becomes into a butterfly, it actually melts, it actually liquefies, and it almost destroys what was its former self and becomes something new. And that's an interesting concept of how Anthony DeMello kind of had this approach where you're moving forward with things. It's kind of a resurrection. When you die to the old things and you move on in the new things and you change your framing of how you're approaching life, you're actually creating a new opportunity and a new way of going at things. And that's why I heard this quote. I've heard it before, but I heard it this morning from Jim Rohn as I was listening to some videos that I often do, and he says, "Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills." And this wise man summed up in that little statement, that little quote, that the metamorphosis, the change that we all can do. If we focus more on becoming something new ourselves, changing from a caterpillar to a butterfly, becoming something new, improving our skills, improving our ability, going through the pain, going through the difficulty, but coming out on the other side something completely different, you're going to start seeing that it's a lot more important to focus inwardly on the change than changing your external world. Anthony DeMello also said, most of the change, when we change the external world, it's like the equivalent of moving around furniture in a house. You know, you're not really changing anything, you're just relocating all of your old furniture, you're moving it around, you're not really changing who you are. And don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. And I'll give you a little tip. Wishful thinking, I don't think is what Jim Rohn was meaning. I think he meant to actually work for those things. So you could also say, don't wish it was easier, work to be better. Don't wish for less problems, work for more skills. You do those two things, you get more skills and you get better. A lot of these external things are going to start falling by the wayside, and they're not even going to be an issue because you're going to be a suitable person that can adapt to whatever the challenge will be. So those are my thoughts for the day. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. That's Jim Rohn, and this is Matt Cannon with my thoughts of the day, signing out.